last episode. Oh God. Hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
it is.
What's going on? Paneloids live stream. We're here with Pierre and Dimitri. That's us. Just the
Yay.
two of us. Dimitri's moving. He wants you to know that
Ah,
he's a real person. He has arms, he has
yeah.
limbs. He doesn't
AI,
just sit there.
AI can't do this.
AI can't do that. Look at those
Nope.
moves. Incredible. Wow. You've been
She's out of
practicing
this
all week
world.
just to do that.
That's right.
It's
Jumping
great.
jacks.
So we talk all things comics every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we're back with some news. Let's get right into it. The Invincible creator says every episode has a post-credit scene in season 2. Now, have you been watching or did you watch season 1?
I did watch season one.
Okay, how did it feel for you? Was it pretty
It
true
was-
to the comics?
I didn't read the comics, but
Oh, okay, okay.
I enjoyed what I saw. So end credits. I guess with them shooting 2 and 3 back to back, they have like just so much more footage and that they can use. So yeah, I'm hoping for just more of everything from
I
last
want
season.
I wonder if they're going to be building up like something through those like post credits, or if it's just going to be like a stupid little like gag post credit thing. You know what I mean?
So I'm wondering that if the end credit thing has anything to do with Gen V has end credits. I believe, right? Yeah, no, they do.
Mm,
They have some
okay.
kind of end credit or like a little space towards the end. I could be totally wrong on this. I forget the last episode, but I think it's just becoming a Amazon thing for the comic book space shows.
I'm with it. Any extra Invincible, I'm down. I didn't really read the comics either, but I love this season 1. I love a violent, um, I guess superhero
Yeah,
show. Like why not? Show me some
why
blood.
not?
I like it. Logan, like that was like one of my favorite movies. Like I feel
Give
like
me
they
all of it.
yeah, yeah, the comic books do it. Why can't the TV shows at some point, And like give me some crazy Spider-Man movie or something where he gets stabbed or nah, he wouldn't stab people. That's not his thing. Or is it?
No.
Nah, you might get it. Who knows? Next in the news, Guillermo del Toro confirms his canceled Star Wars movie was going to be about Jabba the Hutt. Now, you're not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, this is all you.
This is all me.
It's all you.
So, uh, Guillermo del Toro is an incredible director, and his movies have always been on the darker side, almost like I don't want to say like a horror type vibe, but like, I don't know. He's just very good at that. And seeing Jabba the Hutt in that type of movie would have been interesting. But I also don't necessarily know if I need any more Jabba the Hutt. For you, I don't think you really know Jabba,
Nope.
right? So Jabba's this fat guy, and he's like basically like a slug, and he's like a slum lord.
Oh.
That's yeah. So and there's a bunch of like his people, which they're all just like big like fat slugs that like get like shipped around,
Huh.
and yeah, I don't think I need more of that. I just they're really gross to look at. I don't want to look at them. So
All right. I guess
yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm not upset that the movie was canceled.
maybe he
So,
works on something else. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Uh, Next up, Aubrey Plaza will play Rio Vidal, an original character in Agatha Darkhold Diaries. Um, hmm. Okay. So like everyone thought she was going to be the devil. What's his name that everyone was like
What's it? Mephisto.
Mephisto. I was gonna say Morpheus. That's
It's
definitely
close.
wrong.
A little close. You get the M
Yeah,
right.
wrong movie. Wrong franchise. But yeah, Rio Vidal. I wonder like if her name backwards like spells anything, but I don't think it does. Like maybe she is the devil.
I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
spelled like maybe like did you watch Harry Potter ever?
No.
Ah, jeez.
I think
Well,
I tried once.
in the Harry Potter movies, Tom Riddle is like the villain in one of them, and like he's like helping this guy out, Tom Riddle, da da da, and then he's like, "Oh, see, my name was I'm not just Tom Riddle. I was known as Lord Voldemort." And like when you spell his whole name out and you reword it, it spells out Lord Voldemort or something like that.
Oh.
So I wonder if they're doing something similar with that, where like she's still gonna be Mephisto, but that wouldn't spell that out. It would spell out like yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
it
like
doesn't there's no E for like the devil if there
yeah,
was a devil, but I see where you're going.
Duvall.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just I like her as an actress. I think she would, this is not her first Marvel thing either, so that's cool.
What else was she in Marvel?
She was in Legion. It was on FX.
Okay. Never watched it.
Um, I fell off of it, but it dealt with Professor X's son and just
Yeah,
his
yeah.
powers, but
That
she didn't
movie
have a
didn't,
giant
that
part
show
in it.
didn't do good. It didn't do
Eh,
good, right? That show.
it was interesting.
We were
I don't know
actually
if it did
talking
good
about that today. The Fox movies were the best X-Men anything, really. Like the original, like they haven't done any X-Men like branches haven't been good. Like Legion wasn't good. There was like a scary show that they came out with at one point. Like I think it was called like the Mutants or some shit like that.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah, yeah. So they tried. They tried.
Yeah.
Next up, another character that they thought was going to be Mephisto, which might be Sasha Baron Cohen, also known as Borat, will appear in Ironheart, currently on IMDb as the Mystery Man.
Hmm.
Everyone kind of thought he was going to be Mephisto. So if it's not going to be Aubrey Plaza, I can definitely see it being Sasha. It would be very well done if it was him.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of pictures of like I guess fan renderings of him as Mephisto, and it looked really good. So I take it.
I don't know who else he could be off the top of my head, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. Unless they make him like the Purple Man.
well,
I don't know.
yeah, I'm not familiar with Ironheart. My bad. With Ironheart um stuff.
Yeah,
So sorry.
Dimitri's experiencing technical difficulties.
Difficulties.
He's back. Uh,
Difficulties.
yeah. So next up, Blue Beetle is the lowest grossing DCEU movie ever.
I didn't see
Uh,
it.
yeah, yeah. I think the only one out of our group that actually saw it,
What'd you think?
and didn't think it was that great.
No. Do
I
you think it's
stand
the
by that.
worst?
I don't think it's the worst. No, no, no. I don't
Okay.
think it's the worst. But I
Well, that's
don't
fair.
think. I just don't. It wasn't. I wish I got more Scarab. So they
Okay.
like focus really on like the family and like that around him, which is cool. But like I wanted to see him and the Scarab kind of talking to him because it was very like symbiotic with him, right? So like it was talking to him and like coaching him through things, but it would have been cool if he tapped in and like saw where he came from or something like that. Like, like I don't know. But I guess we're not gonna see that. Well, we'll see that actor again, right?
Okay.
We are gonna see that actor again, but this
I
movie
just
doesn't necessarily connect.
I don't understand why you would. I mean, I get reusing the actor because probably a great actor, but I don't see why waste the potential of a Blue Beetle if you never plan to move forward with Blue Beetle. I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah. Extremes here, by the way.
Oh, cool. No way.
Just realized that my comments were off to the side. So extreme. Sorry for not mentioning that you're here, but it's extreme time, baby.
Extreme.
Extreme motherfucking time. So yeah, we'll hopefully see Blue Beetle at some point in the future. And maybe we'll get the Blue Beetle that we want. So yeah. I am reading his comics though. I did pick up number 1 and number 2 so
Okay.
far, but I just don't know where that's going either. But that's neither
Did
here
you
nor
read
there.
1 and 2 already?
1 and 2, yeah, I read them, but they were good. They weren't bad. It's just it's introducing like a new scarab that has like witchcraft powers, so I don't know where it's going. So Gabe loves comics. Gabe loves '90s comics. Commented that we're missing out on the comics, but I'm not sure what he
Probably
was
for the Blue
talking
Beetle.
about. Either that, no, it might have been Invincible because that was
Oh,
early
oh,
on.
oh, oh, oh.
Yep,
I think you're
yep,
right. We are
yep.
missing out. It's too much. It's just too much is the problem. But I don't know. I can see myself starting from 1 and going to wherever it stopped off at, you know?
I think I'm just gonna have to read or watch the show just to like because I have too many books already as it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can squeeze in all because I'd have to catch up. I would have to catch
It's
up.
it's over 100, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I already tried catching up with Naruto, and that's been a mission.
Oh, that's a
So,
lot.
no. Uh, Next up, Daredevil Born Again delayed until January 2025.
Um,
That hurts.
yeah, should we jump to the bottom one? Or is it the bottom one? Where
What's the bottom one?
they fired all the
Oh,
writers and directors
you
and
want me to just
completely
move on?
rebooting it? No, no, it's connected.
Yeah.
So like,
Also, attached to that one is Marvel fires Daredevil
yeah,
writers and directors and is being rebooted. So the whole thing is done. It's not done. It's just they scrapped it. It's not what it was.
yeah,
So I don't think that's bad news. I think
right,
that's good. I'll take that. I think it was caught in between all like the writer strikes and everything, so I'm sure the direction of it kind of got lost. And now with the other movies coming out before it, and it's the timelines are all screwed up. So I think maybe they found something in another movie that's coming out. Maybe the Deadpool movie that's coming out. Maybe they're like, oh, we can go with a different direction with Daredevil. So I,
hopefully the Spider-Man movie helps it, move along even better than previous, you
that's
know?
another thing. That's another thing. Yeah, it's a street level character, so maybe Spider-Man's movie will maybe that's what they're kind of pairing it with a little bit, like, oh, well, now since it's going to be coming close to this, let's move it along this way. So, well, I'm excited either way. I think them taking their time with it works for me. Like, I'd rather a good show than something sloppy just thrown at us just because they needed to hit the time crunch.
Yeah, we're getting too much
So,
sloppy.
too much sloppy. We don't need that sloppy.
Mm-mm.
Next up, Gandolfini will be playing Daniel Blade, a new character to the MCU. Okay. I don't know who Daniel Blade is.
I don't know who
Is that
Michael
like a new?
Gandolfini is.
Oh,
Why do I
Michael
feel like
Gandolfini, I think, is the Sopranos' son. I think that's his like actual
Oh,
son.
gotcha. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing this in the
Uh,
news. I just don't know who Daniel Blade is, and if that's just someone new.
I guess completely new. That's so interesting.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to make of it.
yep,
Cool.
don't
I guess
know.
just cool.
Yeah. Uh, Collection acquisition is our next segment, which this is really Jeremiah's segment. It's not really our segment. Did you pick up anything new?
I did not. I actually have one more thing to go back on with the
Oh, okay.
acquisition thing. The not acquisition. The this actor playing
Yeah.
a new character. If they go with it in the way of like Harley Quinn's first actual appearance is the animated series. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? If it's something like that, I'm totally for that. If his first outing is like someone in the just in a show and then off the show gets a movie or gets into a comic book or something like that. I'm interested in that.
That'd be cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's potential. There's definitely potential.
All right.
So
Enough of that, I guess.
no, No, listen, I like it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But yeah, for collection acquisition, since you haven't picked up anything,
yeah.
the
I
only
got
thing
nothing.
I really picked up, and it's funny, it's Jeremiah is not here, but I did pick up one of his favorite artists, Pablo
Oh,
Rivera. So is it Pablo Rivera? Am I saying that right? I think I'm
Paolo,
saying it.
Paolo, uh,
Paolo.
Paolo.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's
Jeremiah's
okay.
gonna love that clip.
He's fine. He'll be all right.
But I picked up that. We'll show
You
it
got the
to
book. Come on, you
the
got the
guys on
book.
Twitch or on TikTok. But yeah. So I
He'll
picked up the
appreciate
book,
the book.
which is a homage to this cover by Jim Lee.
Oh,
So
oh yeah, that's right.
yep. So I picked it up because he showed it off last week, and I said I need to get my own copy of that. And what else did I pick up? I also picked this up. Oops, just saw something. Boom. So it's just a Mickey Mouse Spider Man. It's like those What If Disney covers.
I like
They
it.
dropped a couple of them. I just like Spider Man, so I picked it up.
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
like a good find. Um,
Yeah, I saw it there. I was like, I'm not even following that Spider Man run, but I said, ah, fuck it.
Still,
Why
fuck
not?
it.
Yeah. Yeah. PJ joined us and he said nice for the record. So just saying.
I take
uh,
it.
you watch anything new? We're up to our watch list now.
Oh wow. No, just Loki twice.
Well, let's get into that because I also watched Loki. I didn't watch it twice, but I should have because that was a really good fucking episode.
It was a great opener.
Great opener. Season 2. Loki season 2 is here, guys. It is here. So, what did you think?
I think I like where it's going. I love. I know it's probably what everyone loves about it. But the little note would be the him jumping through time
Mm-hmm.
and not having any control over it. Very similar to Miles glitching out, like Spider-Man 2099 glitching out, but it's time, so it's different. I like that touch.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that you mentioned that because it is different. A lot of people thought before the show was going to drop that it was going to be the same type of glitch, which it is the same type of glitch, but it's time instead of dimensions. Um, but I like that he's doing that. Would like for them to explore that more and for it not to just be one and done. Like I don't want them to fix the issue. I want him to keep doing this.
Oh, I hope
So
so. I hope it's not just a one episode thing and he's fine now. That would
yeah.
suck.
No, I enjoyed him going into the past, going into the future. Like I feel
Right.
like that hopefully becomes a part of this show. And so and this is spoilers to anyone that hasn't watched it. I hope you guys have watched it already.
Oh,
We have PJ has obviously watched it. Boris is the best, and I do like him as a character a lot. And I hope he isn't just in this one episode. I hope we get to see him a lot. But speaking of him, I
I
liked
agree.
how they did the
Oh, shit.
conversation where he was talking to him in the past and then talking to him in the future. Like it was like interesting. He was like, "Oh yeah, no wait, I don't have one. Oh, actually, I do have the piece that you're
Right.
looking for."
That
Like,
was so well
yeah,
done.
it was very well done. So I was excited to see that. Um, and then my theory, and you guys can feel free to chime in on your own theories, but my theory with the phone ringing. Remember how he looked at the phone ringing, right?
Hmm.
For a very, very long time. And I don't know why, but I feel like the phone ringing was actually him.
Oh wow.
So I feel like he was calling himself in the future. Like he knew that the phone would get him to that spot in order to get himself phased or whatever
S-
that thing is called.
Pruning, they call it.
Pruned. Yeah.
So I have an interesting thought on that.
Okay.
He just got pruned.
Mhm.
They don't talk about like he didn't prune himself, and Sylvie didn't prune him. Someone behind him had to have pruned him.
Right.
So I'm assuming the clone call was him telling him, like look out behind you or
Yeah.
something. Could be. I don't know.
So to piggyback on that, to add a little bit more to what I was thinking that it was Sylvie opening the elevator and she was like, "Oh, there you are." But she was talking to another Loki because
Ah,
he's in the future. So like it's already happened. Whatever happened happened and she's there now maybe working with Loki. But it's the other Loki that she's working with and that him calling Loki was to put him in that spot so Loki could prune himself to put him back in that spot.
I see. I like it.
So that's my little theory. It could be something else, but
I like yours
what
better.
what we know is that it wasn't Sylvie that pruned him, and that there
Yes,
was someone at least behind him.
unless there's two Sylvies.
Could be two Sylvies. So I guess
No,
we will find that out soon. But other theories and questions: will Thor show up in this show?
I kind of hope so. I mean, no, he doesn't need to, but like, I like for them to put more into these shows, like more stock. Like,
Hmm.
give me some main actors in the shows. I don't know. I just
Yeah, no, I don't. I agree. I don't think they need to put him in,
no.
but it would be cool to see him show up. They avoided him all of season one. Just like give us a little bit.
Yeah, like why not? Like, give me a variant. Give me something.
Yeah, yeah, like Throg. That would be cool. That
Give
sucks
me
that
Throg.
they threw that in at the very like a deleted scene. I'm like, why couldn't you have just used it? Like it would have been perfect.
Right?
But I'm hoping that they have plans for Throg at some point. I do have the number one appearance of that.
Yeah, you do.
Bad investment. Bad investment.
Nah. It's gonna pay off.
So now that door opening up, right? Because that's the running question on everyone's mind. The X on the door opening up. He walks out on the platform. Felt very much like Fox's X Men Cerebro when
Yeah,
Professor X opens the door and wheels himself out to the platform.
I think they're just doing stuff like that, like many parallels to just the whole time and dimensional thing going on. I think they just do that for, I don't know, producing choices and stuff, and
Yeah,
also the X-Men.
yeah. I feel like they're just like tickling us. Like they're like, we know you want it. We know you want it. Like it's
Yeah,
still not here.
like the scene where Morbius is on like this giant beam, like
Hmm.
with the I forget the name of the when he's on there, it's very much like Heimdall on the I don't even know what you call it. That bridge,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
The bridge to Terabithia.
that
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it's called. It's the Rainbow Bridge.
the
It's the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Bridge.
Bridge. Yeah, it's
The
the
Rainbow
Rainbow Bridge.
Bridge. If
Yeah.
anyone knows what we're talking about, just
I
put
think
it
it's
in the
just.
chat.
I think it's called the Rainbow Bridge.
In the Norse mythology,
Yeah,
Marvel,
the
X
Rainbow
Men,
Bridge.
Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. When he was out there on the platform, felt like it. I thought it really like they did a good job of making us think his skin was really get melting off, which I loved. By the way, I
Right?
love that running joke of your skin's gonna melt off. Like that was so well done. And then to him writing skin on the dust in the question mark right on the side of the machine, and then them even using that to be like showing Loki that he's in the future. Like I was like, that's great. That's well done. Well done. So, do we think anyone is going to be showing up in this? Anyone other than our main characters?
No. And I kind of wonder, what's it? Henry Cavill's supposed to be showing up in this, rumored.
Mm,
We still don't know who he's showing up as.
I
Uh,
forgot about that rumor.
Right? Everyone
I'm the
forgot.
rumor guy. I'm the rumor guy. You okay?
I
Okay,
thought
I'll give
about
you.
it on the second
You're the
time
rumor
around. I'm
guy.
like, where is he? Where could he show up? Where might he be? What I would like for
Mm-mm-mm.
him to show up? You know what I would like? if Loki's on another timeline and Loki sees himself on another timeline, um, open mouth kissing his husband um, on another timeline, like Tom Hiddleston and Henry Cavill open mouth kissing on another timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. I
And they
didn't think
have
that's
rings
where you
on,
were
so they're
going with
married.
it.
It's okay because they're married, you know?
All right. Yeah, no. What character would he be playing? Would he just be playing
Just
Loki's
just
husband?
just Loki's husband.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I that's what I was thinking.
Give me 30
You,
seconds. Give me 30
you took the
seconds.
words out of my mouth.
Open mouth kiss.
Yep.
Tom Hiddleston, uh, Henry Cavill. And I don't need
Yeah.
any more. That's all I need. You know?
That's it. That's what we wanted. That's what we
Panelist
signed up
podcast.
for. That's it. That's the episode, guys. Gotta
Yeah.
go.
No, it's
Uh, if he does show up, who would you think? Like, what character would fit in this? Like, I don't even
so
understand what
I
he
would
could
assume
be.
someone big, right?
He's got to be, yeah, and he's got to be like I feel like the Superman version of whatever Marvel does.
Right? I like Sentry, but I don't know.
Oh well, Sentry they think is I think isn't that supposed to be? Oh no. Sentry hasn't been cast yet, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah, Glenn from The Walking Dead. What was he supposed to be?
Oh,
He was gonna be like the is Sentry the blonde guy?
yes.
Oh
I don't know. I don't know who it's supposed to be.
well, if you guys think you know who he is going to be, drop in the chat. We want to know who you think it's going to be because we have no idea. Uh, last but not least, is Sylvia not as she seems? Sylvie. Why did he write Sylvia? Sylvie.
Yeah, he did.
No, you're right. Sylvia is not as it seems because that's not who she is. Her name's Sylvie.
No, I don't know what's going on with her. Something's up, or maybe she just So like the end credit, she's eating McDonald's at someone who should have been cast as young Peter Quill. I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of hoping for that, but she wants to stay as long as she can. I think she's adopted to whatever like life on Earth would be like. And a comic talk, it's
Comic
comic
Talk
talk.
is here, baby.
But she's adapted to the life, and she's gotten time to like actually live. That she's able to go back and help Loki fix whatever needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna reunite, and I think again that scene where we saw her at the end, I think that's gonna be like
Them
the
helping each
future.
other.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they're gonna see each other. Yeah, yeah.
because it was
Season
cool
on
that
it.
it was the same hall. I like that they
Yep.
did that multiple times. The same hall, the same. I forget what else was the same. The same. When they go into the window through the window.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
same
gotta
hall
watch it
as well.
again. I think
Yeah.
there was a lot more that I missed. I feel like I don't know. Even like when he was in the past and he hit the wall, or no, he didn't hit the wall. He looked at the wall. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like, there's his faces are here, and then he goes back to the future. He's like, "It's here. It's been here this whole time." And he prunes the wall, and then you see all the faces in
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that was cool.
That
Even
was
like
really cool.
everything was cool. I love that they dived into that.
So,
Uh,
oh,
PJ says that he should play Brian Braddock.
I think that's Mr. No, I'm sorry.
Who
Captain
is Brian
Britain.
Braddock?
Captain Britain.
Oh, Paw Paw is on the TikTok page. So Paw, we're on YouTube. You're gonna want to be on the YouTube, my man. So yeah. Um. So Brian Braddock plays who again?
Captain Britain. Or is Captain Britain.
Yeah, all day. That'd be
Yeah.
amazing. But how would they show him in this? Like
Uh-huh.
like how would that make sense? So I don't know. That would be cool if he played him though. And Jenny with "I love you guys."
Hey, it's Jenny. Yay.
That's our girl. That's our girl.
Hey.
She's amazing.
Hi,
We love
Jenny.
Jenny and everything she does for panel leads.
Hey.
Well, that's our Loki segment. We're moving on to Polar Past now. So, Dimitri, did you read any books this week?
I did
Oh
not.
no, you didn't read any.
Not a book.
Not
This
one
is
book.
again all you. This is all
Did you
my
read any
fault.
books?
I'm
Maybe last week.
a horrible human being. I did. We went over them last week, but
Damn it, nothing new.
nothing new. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we are gonna get into the books then. So this week, and this is all this week that came out. So Venom number 26. So if you haven't been following the Venom series, at this point, Eddie Brock is trying to get back to Dylan Brock. Dylan Brock is Venom, or has Venom on him, the symbiote. They're like the team now, right? They are your Venom. Eddie Brock is his own symbiote, if that makes sense. He figured out how to be him be himself as a symbiote, basically. So he is the symbiote.
Huh.
Weird, very weird. And newly getting a symbiote of her own, Black Widow now has a symbiote.
What?
And I gotta tell you, it's finally giving me a reason to actually give a flying fuck about Black Widow because
Oh
I could
man.
care less about this character.
Holy
And I'm
shit.
sorry for everyone that loves Black Widow, but I have never cared about Black Widow at all.
Oh
Just
no.
because, like, she's all she is to me is a super spy. Great. You know, like, great.
That's it. Yeah, no, it's
That's
just
it.
espionage.
There's nothing
Uh
more to that. For the first time ever, she now has her own symbiote and it looks amazing. So she can connect to the hive just like Venom. And yeah, there you go. Saying Black Widow blows a big one. Thanks, Jenny.
Yep. There we
Yeah,
go.
Black Widow. So the way they introduce her symbiote, it basically you see a bunch of like spiders walking around and she's interrogating some guy, right? In a chair. They're both facing each other, and he pulls a gun out on her, and all the spiders are like coming around his legs. Like you don't even he doesn't realize it. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. And then like just engulfs him with the symbiote and they eat his brain, like
Oh
symbiotes
shit.
do. And then she takes like his memories and then she's like sitting in a room basically going through all his memories, figuring out who he was and what he did and all this shit. Like, so it's cool because she uses all her stuff that she had before, all her like technical skills and like, you know, her spy shit. Like she's on that, but now she has the power of a symbiote where she can actually like dive in deeper. And she gets a kick ass new costume. And yeah, it's just very cool and different way of like showing a symbiote.
She needs
So
a new costume.
what was that? Yeah.
She could have used
Oh yeah.
a new costume, you know?
She needed a new costume, so and she needed a something like something to give her a fighting chance in this world. So,
And you know, ultimate Spider Woman is Black Widow.
oh, that's
So
cool.
maybe they're drawing from there a little bit, hopefully. Or do
Mm,
something with that. I don't know.
yeah,
Just a
yeah.
thought.
Well, I'm just glad that she's getting more something, more substance than just
Yeah.
being the super spy. So, uh, next up on my list, and certainly not in any regards last on my list, but Superboy number 6. So I've been following Superboy. So now I'm on number 6 here. It's been great. And in this one, I believe we now have our first appearance. I don't know if it was end of last comic, which would have been maybe a cameo, but this first comic, but it's your first appearance of Cyborg Superboy. Do I think it's going to be worth something one day? I don't know. Do I care about that? Not really. But
Yeah.
the comic book was very well written. Kenny Porter actually has been writing this run, and you know how I feel about Kenny. So, I mean, needless to say, he's hit another one out of the park. This one, to me, feels like a very, very anime feel to it.
Okay.
So, and it's funny because we interviewed him, and he has a lot of anime in his repertoire that he's watched and read over the years, mangas and stuff. So it's interesting to see how it's written and the pictures and whatever. So I wonder if that's part of where he draws inspiration from. I would love to talk to him and like figure that out. So at some point we'll get him on here. We'll talk more
Okay.
about Superboy, but it was really cool to see again Superboy against Cyborg Superboy, and it feels like it finally has given Superboy a reason to exist. Like, and that's very much like what they talk about in the comic book, because the other ones were very like, I don't know, everything's always super. You love Superman, all right? So everything's always like Superman, and like, you know, ever since I guess what's the John Kent has come about, they don't really talk about Superboy at all.
Right. No, you're right. It's Jonathan Kent
Yeah,
is the Superboy, and then they came with Superboy Prime. I'm sorry, Superboy Prime
yeah.
in the last Crisis event, I believe.
Hmm.
So that's the one that's the new Superboy this book is based upon.
I guess I have no idea. I don't follow any
Yeah,
of the
it's a
Superman
lot.
stuff.
It gets very confusing.
This is the first super anything that I've really picked up, and I'm
Oh,
enjoying. I think it's a leather jacket. Leather jacket got me, pulled me right in. You know,
that's the
felt at
one.
home. Uh, Next one up is Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're back at Marvel with this one, but Groot Fall is what they're dealing with, and I'll explain that to you. So Groot Fall, I guess the end of last year, Groot connected with like his ancestor or whatever, and she was dying, and they connected, and he turned into basically like a meteor shower of these giant flaming Groot faces that
Oh,
devour shit. So they're just like a devourer of universes and shit, or not universes, but planets. I don't know. It's been killing people. So it's been really cool, and the Guardians are basically trying to figure out how, like, what's going on. So the end of this issue now, they've kind of become part of Guardian, or they've become part of Groot. They let themselves become part of Groot,
oh,
and now they're in, like, they're just part. They're like the Guardians of the Groot fall, basically Guardians of the Groot. Like, I don't know, like that's what they're
that's
protecting
wild.
Groot until he basically blossoms in a way. Like, you know, like they have to wait until that happens. So,
Huh.
but again, interesting take. This last one had Hulkling and Wiccan in it. So if you're a fan of Hulkling and Wiccan, they dabbled in that for a little bit, and then they kind of moved on from them. But they might be coming back. So yeah, I haven't seen them in a while, and they're still dating. So their relationship is
Nice.
still strong, and you see that they definitely talk about it. So I think what Hulkling like mentions, oh, I think you like my butt. And
Mm,
Wiccan's like, yes, it's a very cute butt. And yeah, that's when I knew, man, they have a solid relationship.
there we go.
Next up, back to DC, Batman and Robin #2. So I picked up Batman Robin #1, spoke about that a few weeks ago. Batman Robin #2 just dropped this week. There's a new criminal alert. Shush.
Is it is it Lady Hush?
So we don't know who it is yet, but her name is Shush, and she looks like this,
Huh.
which looks oddly like Hush. So I don't know what they're doing with that, but I'm excited. I want to know who Shush is, to be honest with you. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna be his mom.
Okay.
You know, like it's gonna be Damien's mom, not Bruce's. Damien's mom.
Okay. I
Yeah,
dig it.
Talia. I think she's coming back, and I think that's like, or it's not gonna necessarily be his mom, but like someone that is trying to look like his mom. Like I'm assuming he's gonna follow a similar storyline to like Hush. So we'll see what that does. But I guess right now, Batman isn't the rich guy that he was, and they're living in a brownstone in the city, and he keeps trying to get Damien to go to high school. So you see him in high school for a little, like a small, like snippet, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking being here," and he leaves. So they go on a mission. Was it the writer's version of a your mom joke? Yeah. It might be. It might be. You're not wrong. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Shush, but I'm excited to see kind of where that character goes. Next up, again, this so I did this accidentally. I put it on the list like this, but we're back to Marvel. Cap Wolf and the Howling Commandos. So I picked this up just because it's Halloween time, right? Spooky season. So I was like, you know what? Werewolves would be cool. Like, why not? Like, let's give it a chance.
Yeah.
So it's set back when Captain America is recently with the Howling Commandos, and they're fighting in uh, World War against the Nazis, and in it, I guess they're going up into like a secret base or whatever, and they realize that there's werewolves, and the team gets attacked, and they fend them off. They get called, the werewolves get like called back, but Captain America unfortunately gets bit,
Uh-oh.
and now it ends with him becoming a werewolf. So I was like, fuck, this is actually pretty sick. So I don't know if they're gonna fight together. It seems like he's like, you guys gotta kill me, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Um, what was very interesting to find out is when I closed the book, you know who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
Stephanie Phillips.
What? We love
Again,
Stephanie
yeah.
Phillips.
Another one by Stephanie Phillips. So I
Another
was
heater.
really like, I was shocked. I was like, damn, she did it again. She has solidified herself as one of my favorite writers at this point because I keep accidentally stumbling upon her books and loving them. So good for her. Good for me. Good for everyone. We
I
all
like
did
to
it.
see it.
Did it together. Uh, Next up, Superior Spider-Man returns. Now you know Superior Spider-Man. You and Kyle know Superior Spider-Man. Did you
I
read the
do.
original?
I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you for this because I never read the original, but you guys talked it up so fucking well that I was like, I'm picking this fucking book up. So, Superior Spider-Man Returns #1. It's setting up Superior Spider-Man #1. Like it's setting it up again, right? So
Okay.
this seems like it's just a one shot, and then you're gonna get the Superior Spider-Man actual #1. So
Oh.
it seems like, you tell me, the last story seems like they split back up. Peter Parker is back in his body, and Doc Ock is back in his body. Is that correct?
Yes. No. Yes.
No.
So Doc Ock is dead,
Mm-hmm.
and Peter Parker, you know, dies in his body supposedly. But the way it ends is, yeah, I don't really remember. Doc Ock has to like concede defeat because he can't save everyone, so he lets
Mm-hmm.
Peter Parker do his thing. I'm trying to remember what happens to Doc Ock at the very end.
Hmm.
I don't fully remember.
Well, hopefully someone drops it in the chat for us. But
But
in this, it
he
seems like they've
eventually,
split up.
okay.
They're back. So that's at least what this story starts. So at some point, whether you remember or not, they went back into each other's bodies.
So what had happened was, after that book, there was another Superior Spider-Man where
Mm.
he had somehow became a clone of Peter Parker, I believe, and was just around as Superior Spider-Man, but not with the same suit, and was doing other stuff. But I didn't read that one, so I
Okay.
wasn't
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
So this one, it seems like Doc Ock is back as himself. He has new tentacles, so that's
Okay.
a thing. He doesn't have the clampy ones. They're just like straight tentacles. They have like little orbs on them, so I feel like it's more like an actual octopus. Maybe, I have no idea.
But he's Doc
Um,
Ock.
but he's Doc Ock. Yeah, he's
Okay.
fully Doc Ock, and he says Peter's, whatever. I don't really know what he I don't remember what he said about Peter, but basically, it's a flashback to when he was um Superior Spider-Man. And did they ever introduce a woman by the name Estrella Lopez when you read it?
There was a little person, but I don't remember if that was her name.
No,
There was a
no,
love
the
interest
little.
for there. There
I'd
was a
like to
love
talk to you
interest
about that little person.
for Doc Ock, or Doc Ock in Peter Parker's body. That was a love interest.
So she's in this too, the little person. That's
I love
not
it.
Estrella Lopez.
Okay.
I just I was confused a little bit by that. I was like, I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be like his kid and like he just he loved his kid and he was taking her out to eat in this, or like they were actually in love. And then they like because like the angles were weird, and I'm like thinking she's just like a small child, and then like she's wearing like a nice dress and like has like a mom haircut and like pearls, and I was like, yeah, this is a love interest. I thought it was like her child, his child. I don't know. That
Yeah.
threw me threw me off a little bit. But oh, so I guess this book introduces a supernova villain. So you don't remember anyone having supernova powers?
Nope.
So before he turns back into Doc Ock, I guess his last thing as Superior Spider-Man, he created this like sphere, if you want to call it, and he harnessed like the energy and whatever that he normally does, and he can't remember exactly what he did. He's piecing things together, but he's like, "Oh my god, I'm a genius! Like I can't believe I put this finally together. Like this is all the power that I ever needed." But inside of that device, he had trapped as Superior Spider-Man a supernova villain who now is busted out and wants
Oh,
to kill Spider-Man. But she doesn't realize that she's going after Peter Parker Spider-Man, and Doc Ock is really the one that put her in there. So yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So
Huh.
if you haven't picked that up, that's all you need to know, really, and then just jump right into Superior Spider-Man when it comes out, I guess. That's what I
Interesting.
would do.
Okay. I like it.
And last on my list is the Schlub #2. Did you ever read #1?
I did not,
Okay, okay.
unfortunately.
Nah, no worries. This Schlub #2 introduces its own Avengers Justice League team. So if you haven't read this one, it is basically a dentist that swaps bodies with a superhero. He hates his life, and he's teetering on being good and not necessarily evil, but not necessarily doing the right things. Almost just like vengeful against his brother and his ex, and reasons that put him where he is, whether it be financially uh, poor and struggling with bills, or is being divorced. He blames everyone around him for everything in his life. So he's teetering on trying to figure out what he needs to do at this point.
Okay.
So yeah, this one he sinks his brother's boat, and then he's like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have did that," and he tries to fix it, but it's too late. So I don't know, but yeah, you're about to have a big fight. That's what we got. We got him in like a Superman type of body, running around causing destruction and trying to be good, and it's good. It's a good, definitely a pull if you haven't pulled it. But that's really all my comic books. I know it was a lot, and I'm sorry that I
You
read
no,
so
you read a
much,
lot. Good
but
job.
I needed to make sure we had comic books for the week. So um,
Listen, I dropped the ball. I'm glad you picked it up. You picked up the ball.
yeah, no, I picked it up, I put it down, and we're back to my favorite segment, rumors, baby. I think that's what we formally are calling it now, rumors, baby. Vision Quest series is canceled by Marvel Studios. Thank God.
What is that?
It was going to be a series that followed Vision, White Vision.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh. Why they do that?
probably all the. I don't know. It
You
just
know what? I think it works out better if somehow he finds his way into the Wonder Man series and the Armor Wars series.
there you go.
There's projects they can use him in without, you know, giving him his
Giving him
own.
his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that answers that the best way. Is he can be just a cameo appearance. We don't need dementia-ridden Vision running around, not really sure where he is. Well, it's not dementia, more Alzheimer's. It's Alzheimer's.
It's almost
Yeah,
Alzheimer's.
yeah, yeah. So we don't need him running around confused on where he is. I'd rather him learn from other superheroes, like what he is and what he wants to become.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like
This
that'll
is
work.
just Vision, open parenthesis,
Oh,
Alzheimer's, close parentheses.
so how about okay? So PJ has an interesting comment. Not surprised Paul Bettany had some pretty crazy texts that got leaked in the Johnny Amber trial. All right. Well,
Oh,
that might be another reason why it got canceled. So
yikes. Huh.
yeah.
Oops.
Woo. Woo. Uh, so, next up in the rumors, Hush reportedly set to be main antagonist in Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. Yeah, yeah, and that's actually what's funny about Shush becoming a thing in the comics.
Right.
So I wonder if that's real. And we were talking about this, me and Jenny. What? How? Like, how would you feel about two Robert Pattinsons on screen? One with scars and one looking just like himself with too much makeup on.
I am always optimistic when they try to do this. It's just
Mm-hmm.
not easily done. I hope that there's another villain to make it work. So there's not too much. We're not getting too
Yep.
much of this double time job. And I believe Catwoman's returning, Penguin's
Mm.
returning. So whatever they can do to bolster it up or give another villain, I'm down.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I sent mine in. I actually gave it to Kyle today to have Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb sign it. So, and then get it graded.
Nice.
So, yep. Love that I have that one. That one's just a favorite cover of mine, honestly. I love Jim Lee's work. So, that would be my
It's
first Jim Lee
fantastic.
signature if I get it. So, be excited. Um, Secret Wars. The TVA sends a team of multiversal Avengers they have secretly recruited, led by Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, to save the Avengers and defeat the Council of Kangs. That's the rumor for Secret Wars. I don't think that's going to happen. I think
I don't think it's gonna happen.
that's too much. That's too much. That says no. No. I can see the only part of that would make sense is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. That's it. I could take that. But Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, just I think it needs to just stop here at this point. Like give us the Wolverine and then give the mantle to someone else, or give us X-23 or Dakin. I'd love Dakin.
Yeah. I mean that's wishful thinking. I hope they whatever they're gonna do as far as this, I wish was just happening in Deadpool and not carrying over. But I don't know. Maybe we'll just get not too much with this team, and maybe there'll be more added to that team. But we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, that's far down the line though. Adam Driver, Matt Smith, Jake Gyllenhaal were never in contention for Reed Richards. John Krasinski has been cast since um,
Well,
Multiverse of Madness. Okay. All right.
okay.
So I never thought Jake Gyllenhaal was in there, but I know people were rumoring that. I just didn't see it. I never liked Adam Driver as Reed Richards.
Never.
Uh, just didn't make sense to me. Just I would only be able to see him as that if they were gonna just put him right into being the Maker. That's it.
To be
Uh,
totally honest, I still think this is a rumor, and John Krasinski is not fully cast yet.
Um, yeah, I think it's still rumored too. I don't think it's going to be John Krasinski, to be honest. But that I'll take it. That I felt like he looked cool, but I think they could still do a little better, to be honest. That's a hot take. That's a little hot take. I'm gonna get hate for that one. People are
Spicy.
gonna hate me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just feel like there could be someone out there that fits it a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe not. Adam Driver to play Doom, I think, is the perfect Doom. Realistically, I don't see him
Yeah,
playing anyone else.
just Kylo Ren too.
But that's my problem with it is it's really just Kylo Ren again, you know.
Yeah,
But whatever. He
this
plays that actor.
is
He plays that person very well.
he
So
plays he plays wearing a mask already. Why not just do it again?
yep, yep, yeah.
Yeah,
uh, Next up, it is confirmed that none of the DCU Justice League actors will reprise their roles, but big rumor from trustworthy source that all except Gal and Ezra will be recast for James Gunn's universe as different characters. Okay. So I believe that everyone is being recast. And I think the Flash movie cemented the fact that Ezra will be recast. Same as Aquaman. I think the ending of it is him arriving in another universe and realizing when he meets another Batman, another Bruce Wayne, that he's now that's his universe now. He's like, oh, what the fuck did I do? But that's it. You know, Aquaman at the end falls in a puddle and he's like, I'm home. And I think that's it. I think they are home and they're done. Like they're in a little box away, and now we're moving on. Like you're gonna get a whole new cast now. I think that's it. With this rumor being something that I feel like cements it is Jason Momoa reportedly in talks to be recast as Lobo for Superman Legacy.
do it.
Name a better casting than that. Oh wait,
I think it's like we love you, but not as this character.
yeah.
Like we want to work with you more. We're just gonna put Aquaman away for a while.
I think I personally think that they're going to bring back Aquaman, but I don't think it's going to be your long hair Aquaman. It's going to be more like polished, refined Aquaman from like um was it Rebirth when
Um,
when they brought him oh no, New 52, New 52.
New 52. Rebirth.
Yeah.
They started with him regular, and then he switched into Jason Momoa style Aquaman.
Yeah, I think it's going to be New 52 type Aquaman, which I actually like that Aquaman, I'm not going
I
to lie.
love that Aquaman.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job with that. But yeah, and that's really all the rumors that we got.
That's it.
But we do have one last thing, and I'm just gonna drop this right in the chat here. Boom. So let's just show it off to everybody. Paw Paw, who was in the TikTok live, so he said the guy who looks like Adam Driver, aka me,
No.
doesn't like Adam Driver. What's the
Oh
world coming
wow.
to? You guys are the best. I would just like to say something. I don't think I look like Adam Driver. I
Damn.
don't think I do. I not that Adam Driver. I don't take it as like I'm offended by him, but I don't feel like I look like him. Do I look like Adam Driver? Dimitri, be honest.
I don't see it. I'm trying to
You're
think if
lying.
there's like ever a role that
You're
he's
fucking
ever
lying
looked
to me.
anything. I mean, I can see Adam Driver with the hat because he does the hat a lot in a lot of
Mm.
movies. But that's it. That's really it. You
Maybe I
guys,
could be. Maybe I could do like an Adam Driver biopic. I could be the guy.
you guys wear your hats very snugly.
Yeah, do love a snug hat. That's really it. That's our Panaloids podcast. I hope you guys liked it. It was a little different.
It's a
You
little
don't get
different.
any Kyle, no Jeremiah. We didn't source check anything. We gave you all the information that we had
All
and
of
we
it.
just threw it at you. We
Cherish
grabbed
these.
it. We're like, oh, here, boom.
Cherish
So
this. Cherish these
you,
ones where we get just the two of us. Okay.
just the two of us.
You know?
Yeah. And now you get a little song. Just the two of us. Yeah.
Do
We can make it if
do
we try.
do
Just the two of us.
do
Yeah. You
do.
and I.
You and
Yeah.
I.
Do
There's
do
two
do
of
do
us.
do 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 do. Guys,
There we
thanks for
go.
being here on our live stream. Once again, this is Panaloids Live.
Panaloids.
Peace out. I'm trying to end it.
We